The king of comedy, Bernard Manning!
Good evening and welcome to the Embassy Club. I'm here to tell you a few nice clean stories, just two. Irish fellow went in a shoe shop, bought himself a pair of tortoise shell shoes, took him 4 hours to walk out the shop. Now, there's nothing blue about that. Have I said bollocks yet or anything like that? Fellow in prison, he said, it's cold in this cell. The warder says, I'll put you another bar on. Nothing wrong with that. Anyway, back to my own act. Fellow up in court, the judge said, have you anything to say before I pronounce sentence? He said, fuck all. The judge says to his solicitor, what did he just say then? He says, fuck all, Your Honour. He said, I'm sure I saw his lips move. Fellow going abroad, this pilot's going through the passage gate, like, you know, and he said, and he was blind with a guide dog and a stick. He said, what are you? He said, I'm the pilot. He says, pilot? He said, Jesus. He said, how do you know where the instruments are? He said, they're all in Braille. All in bleeding Braille, he said. What about when you get to the end of the runway? How do you know when to pull it up? He said, well, you hear all the passengers say, fucking hell. Nice. Little old fella, 95 years of age, sat in this pub. This woman says, don't I know you? He said, I don't know. She said, weren't you a strong man in a circus years ago? He said, I was. She said, you was strong. She said, I saw you one night bend a 14-inch bar of iron over your prick. I said, I can't do it now. He said, my wrists are gone. He said. Fellow went to the chemist shop. He said, have you got a Jorex that big? He said, that'd only fit a mouse. He said, I know, the fucking house is overrun with them. Certainly. Fellow walked in a pub with a crocodile, and the landlord says, get it out. He said, it does tricks. He says, tricks, you balmy bastard, get it out. He said, you're going to have a thrombosis the way you're going on. He says, calm down, he says. You'll live longer, he said. Not seen the trick yet. Opens the crocodile's mouth like that, put his dick in his mouth like that. Got a bit of wood out of his back pocket and bang right in the head. And the crocodile went, oh. He said, by Jesus, you've got some bottles out like that. He said, I told you it was good. Anybody in this pub like to try it for 50 quid? This little old woman says, I'll try it, she said, but don't hit me on the fucking head as I hit that crocodile. I walked into a bank, he said, I'd like to put a few quid in. She said, oh, it's not that type of bank. She said, it's a sperm bank, this. He said, how do you mean? She said, well, people that can't have children, we pass the sperm on to them. He said, I won't waste a journey, I'll leave you drop while I'm here. She said, well, take this jar in that room, throw it over your thumb, come back and you've done. Come back 2 hours later, sweating cocks. She said, what's up? He said, what's up? I've had it in my right hand, my left hand, in the door jamb, under the hot water tap. I still can't get the bleeding lid off this jar. Another fellow went to a sperm bank, there's 60 in the queue. He thought, geez, I must be in the wrong queue. He tapped this woman on the shoulder. He said, is this a queue for the sperm bank? Two Jews about to be shot by the Gestapo, way behind me. Stood there. He said, any last request before you're shot? He said, can we stand behind the wall? He said, you cannot stand behind the wall, stand still. The navy stepped forward, he said, you dirty German bastard. Fuck you and Adolf Hitler. And he says, don't cause trouble. Fellow went in a chip shop, he said, give us 60p worth of fucking chips. The fish fryer said, you ignorant bastard. You don't order chips like that. He says, come round here, I'll show you how to order chips. Now then, may I have 60p worth of chips, please? He says, get fucked, you wouldn't serve me. This Jewish fella's dying. He says, Becky, are you there? She says, I'm here, I'm here. He says, you're by my side again. When I got shot in the First World War, I came home, you were by my side. I went into a concentration camp in 1933, you were by my side. War ended, I opened a business. It went bankrupt. I lost all my money. You were by my side. I'm dying now, and you're still by my side. Becky, he says, you're a fucking jinx. The Welsh Guards were surrounded by 10,000 Zulus, red coats. Captain's there, front rank, fire! On your knees, fire! Spears coming all over the show. There's Di Davies right in the middle there, singing. We'll keep a welcome in the hillside. We'll keep a... 100 spears, they all fucking dropped down. We'll keep a welcome in the vale. Another 2,000 dropped beside it. Bodies all over the show. The sergeant said, for fuck's sake, guys, sing them something they know. Multimillionaires in Australia. She said, I want a virgin man. I want a man that's never been with another woman. Went all over Australia, couldn't find one. They got this Aborigine from the backwoods. Ooh, a right ugly bastard. Ran him up to her mansion. She's lay there, just black ankle socks on, not a stitch on. Black ankle socks, black gloves, look like the 5 of spades. He walked in the room, took the curtains down, rolling all the carpets up, moved the dressing table. She said, here, what you doing? He said, well, I've never had a woman before. I felt like a kangaroo, want plenty of fucking room in. Fella wrote up for one of these blow-up dolls. Said, I must have realism. Don't send me a doll if I can't have realism. I sent in this doll, the postman delivered it. I thought, I wonder what's in here. Sees this blow-up doll, he thought, oh, aye. You give it one. Put it back in the box, delivered it. A fortnight later, this fella got a message. He said, well, we've never heard from you. What about the realism with the doll? He wrote back, realism? I got a fucking dose off it. Irish fella went for a job on a building site. He says, can you brew tea? He says, certainly. He said, can you drive a stacker truck? He said, why, how big's the fucking teapot? Another Irish fella went for a job on a building site. He said, what's your name? He says, Paddy Mulligan. He said, how do you spell it? He says, stick the job up your arse. Little old couple retiring. He said, well, love, we've had a good life. He said, we spent every penny we've had. He said, we've always had a good time. He says, but we're skint now. He said, we'll have to pull our horns in now, love. She said, listen, you're wealthier than you think, she said, Tom. Don't you worry about that. She said, every time you made love to me, she said, I charged you 50p, didn't I? She said, aye. And she said, we've had some, haven't we? Yeah, fucking have that. She said, all them houses across the road, I put it to good use. They all belong to you, that row of houses there, she said. If you hadn't been so lazy on a Sunday morning, you could have had that pub on the corner. Couple won £1 million on the pools. She said, what should we do with the money, Tom? He said, I'll tell you what we'll do. He said, we'll stick it in the bank, we'll buy something every year off the interest. 12 months later, he says, what should we have this year, Tom? He said, we'll have inside toilet. Right, she said, ooh, a lovely inside toilet, 12 months went past. What should we have this year, Tom? He said, what? We'll have a barbecue, he said. Get them all the neighbours in, we'll have a barbecue. All the neighbours around, fucking barbecue, they're all scoffing there. The fella come up, he says, Tom, haven't you got on? He said, before you won all that money, he said, you used to shit outside and eat in the house. Fellow walked into a psychiatrist with a frog growing out of his ear. The psychiatrist said, how long has it been like that? And the frog said, it started to boil on my arse. Cross-country runner run right in this quicksand, sinking slowly, he's up to there. The runner going past, he said, get us out, will you, pal? He said, only if you suck me dick. Fuck off, he says. Another runner going past, he's up to here now. He said, get us out, will you, pal? He said, only if you suck me dick, pal. Not bleeding likely, he said. He's He's up to here now. The fellow going past, he said, Jesus, get me out of here, please. I'll suck your dick for you. He said, you dirty bastard, get out. Vicar went to this house, knocked at the door. She said, yes, what do you want? He said, I've come over your little Johnny swearing in class. She said, it's them bastards next door, she said. I'm fucking sick of telling them, she said. Since we moved round here, he said, the shit houses around here, the fucking lot of them. Have a word with his father while you're here. He went in, he said, what the fuck do you want? He said, I've come over your little Johnny swearing in class. He said, I'm sick to fucking death of telling him. It's them kids next door, she will let them play with them. Bastards, a lot of them round here, he said. I'm fucking sick of it, he said. Have a cup of tea while you're here, father. He says, no, I better fuck off now, I've got a massive Now, over here on this table here, ladies and gentlemen, celebrating tonight, there's two young men with us tonight that fought at Goose Green in the Falkland Islands. Thank you very much. Over here on this front table. Celebrating with us tonight. Thank you. They're Argentinians. And if you want to clap for shit like that, you're all business. Cheeky bastards coming in here. There's two fellas well pissed in this pub. One stuttered very badly. He says, Argentinians, he said. I'd like to go over there, he said, with a Vulcan bomber, he said. Fucking loaded it. I'd like to bomb the bastards out of existence. His mate said, it's easy for you to say that. Well, I walked in a chip shop. He said, you sure this fish was cooked? He said, why? He said, it's that's all the fucking chips. Pakistani watching television. He said, wear something white at night. Put a white hat on, white coat, white suit, white gloves. Fucking snowplow knocked him down. Unlucky that, isn't it? A lot of unlucky people in this world. This fellow had no arms and no legs, just swim in a channel, got cramp in his ears. The unluckiest man in this world, he was drowning at sea, and this boat picked him up. It was the Titanic. Just got washed and shaved and fucking down again. On that back door with you, son, put the air conditioning on. Put it on number 4, lengthen the wire, son. That's it. Come in, sir. Would you like a seat near the front? This way, come this way. You can't stand at the bar, sir. Round this passageway here and over here. You gormless bastard, move your fucking self. Here you are, on there. Want to bring your motorbike in or what? You fucking dreadful. Looks like Sandyman's porch, that boy. Come on. You're on a little. Is Snow White and the other 6 coming or what? Don't pick your nose, look, we just swept up over there. Knock yourself down there. She's thinking to herself, piss off, you fat bastard, and leave me alone. A mate's thinking, isn't he like Johnny Osborne? A lot of people say that. I can't see that myself. I can't even stand in a mirror like that. Read that. He keeps laughing. Every time you laugh, all your tits go down like that. What's he celebrating? No school in the morning, what was he? But them's your first teeth, them, aren't they? You're fucking last if you don't start laughing, I'm telling you. Fucking me about. Get them served, son. Get them pissed and get them out. Fella going back to Ireland, an Irishman going back to Ireland. That's a fucking change, isn't it? Got in this taxi at Liverpool. The taxi driver says, it's a long journey to the airport. He said, we'll have a few riddles. He looked in the mirror, he said, brothers and sisters, have I none, but that man's father is my father's son. Who is it? Yeah, this fella said, I don't know. He said, it's me, innit? Fuck me, he said, you're right. got for a while and he says to his father, I'll give you a bit of a riddle, he said. Looked in the mirror, he said, brothers and sisters have I known, but that man's father is my father's son. Who is it? His father said, how the fuck do I know? He said, you ignorant cunt. He's a taxi driver in Liverpool. Two lesbians in Belfast fighting over a rubber bullet. What about the Irish fellow put a French letter on backwards and went? There's a shepherd having a driving test. The instructor says, can you make a U-turn? He said, make a U-turn. I'll make his fucking eyes water. Irish fellow well pissed one Christmas going home. He had 6 kids. He bought them all little tin helmets. Little tin helmets. They used to sleep at the bottom of the bed, and him and his wife used to sleep at the top. All at the bottom of the bed there, the little tin helmets, and he come home well pissed one night. He turned over on his left, and they all fell out of bed, and all the helmets went all over the floor. He turned over his right, and all the helmets fell off their head, and they all got back in bed again, and one of them said, isn't it fucking awful, this and that. And then he looked at his wife, he says, Bridget, he says, you look as lovely today as the day I first married you. And a little voice at the end of the bed said, hang on to your fucking helmets, lads, here we go again. In Russia, Napoleon was at the head of his men, and he shouts, halt! And this fella come from about 5 miles away, the pike staff in his hand, running up. Got Napoleon was knackered when he got there. And Napoleon said, what do you want? He said, I thought you wanted me. He said, I shouted, halt. He said, fuck me, I thought you shouted, Walt. Full moon tonight, they'll be bouncing off the walls in Rampton tonight. Imagine what it's like in there tonight. The inspector going around Rampton, there's a fella stood up in bed like that. He said, who are you supposed to be? He said, supposed to be, you cunt. He said, I'm Napoleon. He said, who told you that? And he said, God. And the fellow next bed said, I never told you no such fucking thing. Another fellow sat up in bed like that. Brum, 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 brum. He said, what are you doing? He said, driving me Maserati. He said, you've got no car. And the fellow next bed said, you shouldn't have fucking told him that. He said, I get £7 a week for washing that. The fellow went to the doctors. He said, I can't stop scratching. He said, drop your kicks. He said, you've got crabs. He said, what's them? He said, they're very itchy. He said, I fucking know that. Can't do anything for us. He said, on your way home, get a pound of caster sugar, rub it well in. He said, will it cure him? He said, no. Rots the teeth, you'll get a good night's sleep. Another fellow walked in, he said, I feel a bit under the weather, doctor. He said, I'll give you a thorough examination. He said, you've got VD. He said, must have got my lavatory seat. He said, you must have chewed it. He said, your gums. Can't stop us laughing, can they? The only thing we've got left. My team, Manchester City, is having a rough time. 2nd division football now. I think the fucking Ripper will be out before we are. Who's that ugly bastard sat next to you, love? Ah, Jesus. If you get a knock off in here tonight, there's a chance for all of us, I'll tell you that. Unbelievable. Somebody's pinched the bolt out of your neck, you know. Some ugly bastards about, though, I'll tell you. Quasimodo went on Mastermind, sat down, he said, good evening, everybody, good evening. Don't mind all that bollocks. What do you answer questions on? He said, masturbation. You can't answer questions on masturbation. He said, well, I've started now, so I'll finish it. He's retiring, Quasimodo. He's getting 40 years back pay in a lump sum. Bloke says to his mate, oh, I'm going bleeding mad here with pains, he said. I've got them piles, he said. Oh, he said, it's fucking awful. Oh, he said, I know what you're going through. He said, I've had them. He said, I've bastard them piles, he said. I'll tell you what I do, he said. One of my old grandmother's recipes, he says. Tea leaves round your arse. Every time you brew a cup of tea, pack the tea leaves round your bottle. Be gone in a fortnight. So a fortnight later, he said, how are you getting on with them piles? He said, fucking tea leaves round your arse. I'm bleeding arse like the card on my coffee at the back end, he said. sick of them. He said, they're worse. We said, well, there's only one thing to do now. He said, get up to the hospital and see the doctor. He said, you can't piss about with them things. Went to the hospital Monday morning there. Come in, please. What can I do for you, please, sir? He said, you can shift these piles if you can be out, pal. He said, I'm going through bloody agony with this stuff. Oh, he said, piles are very, very painful indeed. Will you come right in, sir? Come, please. Take your trousers off, please, and throw them in the corner over there, please. No, don't give them to me. Throw them in the corner over there, please. No, I don't. Put them over there, yes, please. Now, would you bend right over? Bend right over, please. Right over. Don't be frightened, please. Don't look at me, sir. Don't worry about me. Right over, please. Oh, dear. I said, would you pull your bollocks up? There's no light getting through here. Oh, dear. Well, he says, I can't do nothing for your piles, but you're going on a long journey. English bloke on his holidays in Germany, caught for a German prostitute, and he give her one, and he give her a good one, no problems. And she lay there knackered like that. Oh. And he's just walking to the door. She says, what about the marks? He said, 10 out of 10. Out of the bathroom, putting a French letter on, his little lad come in. He said, what are you doing, Dad? He said, I'm looking for a little mouse. He said, what are you going to do? Fuck it, Dad. Stars on Sunday, I'm going on. You see, they want me to read a bit of poetry. Sir John Betjeman's died now, and I'm reading poetry. Little Jack Horner sat in the corner, eating red-hot scallops. One fell down his trousers leg and burnt him on the ankle. Completely missed his bollock. I've got a nice one for you. Yes, punk rocker on the bus. I've got to start this right, because I'm not told the police. You don't hear this. Punk rocker on the bus with this nun. He said, I'd love to give you one. She said, go away, please. He said, I've never had a nun, I'd love to give you one. And the bus conductor said, now look here, don't keep fucking mouthing that nun. That's a straight nun, that, he said. Just leave her alone. I'll give you a bit of a tip, eh? She waits for the Holy Ghost in the cemetery just up here. 10:30 every night. Yep, up. Oh, he said, thanks. Next night he goes in there, a big sheet over his head. I am the Holy Ghost. I am the Holy Ghost. You know, I've waited for you all my life, she said. Now you've come, she said, it's the wrong time of the month. You'll have to go up the back. Oh, and he gave her one. When he finished, he went, ha-ha, punk rocker. And the nun went, ha-ha, fucking bus conductor. Irish fella went to the opticians. I broke my glasses, sir. They said, it's Friday night, I can't know much about it now, so we boarded them up one Monday morning. Unbelievable, them Irish. Irish Working Men's Club went on a mystery tour, and they had a sweep to guess where they was going, and the driver won 53 quid. Ian's getting married on Saturday. Come up here, Ian. Have your photograph taken with me. Come on, son. He's a fireman. When I go out with my squirter, all the girls shout, fire, fire, fire. How are you, Ian? The tall fella, you fall asleep in the greenhouse. Fucking hell. Had Gary Glitz here last week, left one of his bollocks, look. Nice to see you, son.
See you, mate.
You do a good job, you fireman. Overworked and underpaid, and them's all your pals, aren't they? Hey, what does your future wife do? What's her name?
Jill.
What's her name?
Jill.
And what does she do?
She's a receptionist.
A receptionist? Well, she'll have to be that Saturday night, won't you? Hey? You're a goalkeeper as well in your spare time, aren't you? So you'll be diving in on Saturday, won't you? Have you ever felt one of them? He said, when I missed that fucking goal last week. What's the name of the team? We'll give you a plug.
Whitton Albion.
Whitton Albion. Oh, we got some fans of Whitton Albion here today. Very, very nice, that, very nice. My team, Manchester City's having a rough time, you know. I've just been telling them, oh, it's fucking awful at Main Road. Just paid £1 million for a new stand. Trouble is, it's facing the fucking pitch. Anyway, we wish you well. Ian, good luck on your wedding night, my friend. I hope you'll be very happy. I can't see it myself. But I hope you'll be happy. That's Ian getting married. One of the boys. Oh, she's better than that old bag you used to bring in about 6 months ago. It's not the same one, is it, that one? Hey, they called her the bike. Everybody was fucking riding it at one time. It's a great life anyway, married life. You'll love it. You barmy bastard, stop with your mother. Fellas give a lot up, you see, when they get married. Not like women, they give piss all up, but fellas give a lot up. Telling you. Marvellous when you're single. You're going out there at night. What time you go? What time will you be in, son? Oh, about 3 o'clock, ma'am. Well, there'll be something in the fridge for you, love, and everything nice and done for you. Your shirt's ironed there, so don't worry. I'll put the electric blanket on low for you, love. Thanks, mother. Marvellous. Bunga £6 out of 150. You know what I mean? Yeah, get some fucking food in, mum. Hey? Get a bottle of sauce, for fuck's sake. Thanks, son, thanks. Tell you. When you get married, oh, what a fucking change, I'll tell you. Come home from work, what do you want for your tea before the chip shop shuts? And then chip shops, have you seen them Chinese chip shops? They fetch all the fucking family out to come and have a look at you. When they see me, they go, fucking old woman comes out, all the fucking kids in, hey, hey! Then you get up to the till and it's fucking £4.50. Anyway, best of luck, my friend. I hope you'll be very happy. No fucking chance, I'll tell you. I used to be fat like you, love. You wouldn't believe that, would you? It's only willpower, up every morning, punch the bag about, then she gets up, makes a cup of tea. Is that your husband there? You dropped a right bollock there, didn't you? Fucking hell. Must have met him in the fucking black. So anyway, this fella had a bionic arm put on. He said, how am I going to work with this? And he said, well, you just say, a nice cup of tea. He said, a nice cup of tea. And he went, oh, I said, that's pretty marvellous, that, he said. You tell it to do anything you want. Got it home at night, he's in bed there, he said, give us a wank. And he went, wang, 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 and he pulled his prick off, he said, fuck me, and he went, whoa! Fella gave him this bird once, he said, you've only got a small organ, haven't you? He said, yes, but it's never played in a cathedral before. You Japanese never fucking laugh, do you? Hey, you never laugh. We've not forgot Pearl Harbor, pal, don't you fucking worry about that. What a shit house trick that was. Sat there, he can't wait to go home and make all the Datsun. You look a nice young fella, go and piss on that Jap. Bastards. No fucking time for me. There was a plane crashed in Madrid about 6 months ago. 200 Japanese on that plane. Broke my fucking heart. 6 empty seats there was. So she said, oh, I'm not grumbling. What you've got's very good, she said, but I'm a little bit kinky. She said, would you bite me ears while you're giving me one? I said, oh, where do you want to bite it? She said, just on the lobes there, gentle. So I went. She said, just kiss me bust very quick while you're biting me ears. Sorry. She said, rub me arse at the back slow and pull on the cheeks quick, sorry. She said, it slipped out. He says, no fucking wonder, I forgot what I was doing, he said. Now, stars on Sunday when I come back in the second half. JC was walking through Jerusalem and all these women were throwing stones at this prostitute and half bricks and slates. And he said, turn it in. Turn in! He was a nasty bastard with the piss at the dinner time, you know. Used to go out changing water into wine, everybody got pissed out of their mind. Turn in, he said. Any woman here without sin, let her cast the first stone. Ooh, and a bleeding big rock come over. Hit this prostitute round the back of the head. He turned around, he said, you know, mother, sometimes you fucking piss me off. Ooh, got a stripper on tonight, there's a splits over a Guinness bottle. You've never seen nothing like it in your life. It's cost a fucking fortune. Lost 14 crates of Guinness last night. I shook her up about 10:30. It was frothy, man, frothy. Now, stars on Sunday, that Jess Yates, my friend, the Welshman, they want to stop singing in Wales and get some fucking coal up. You can all sing when you got fuck all to do all day, can't you? Had my honeymoon in Wales. I took the wife to Wales to Bangor. Nice day, you know. With the tight bastards then Welsh, she said, there's no lock on the lamp. She said, we've never had a bucket of shit pinched yet. What kind of people talk like that? Except the Americans. In America, they call drugs shit in America. Think nothing of it. It's a slang word, and I didn't know this. I'd never been further than Oldham. Get off the plane, this big coon come up. He said, you want to buy some shit? I said, shit? What kind of shit? He said, best quality. Shit, man, best quality. I said, my mate, this Bambi bastard wants to sell me some shitty. You don't believe it. Anyway, I bought a bucket full. I wasn't walking about without, I'll tell you that. There was a hippie on the top of the CIS building in Manchester, souped up to the fucking eyeballs. Right on the top, he says, I'm a jumbo jet. Fucking dived up. Halfway down, another hippie hijacked him and flew him to Cuba. Unbelievable. Look at these poor old age pensioners. I bet you've been sat in all week with your overcoats on trying to save a bit of fuel, haven't you? So you can suck Pernod and Malibu and all that. You cheeky old boss, he's never had it so good. This time last year, it was pissing down with rain. We didn't have a summer like we've just had. It was a bastard this time last year. Terrible. Strikes all over the country. Sid Vicious died. I couldn't fucking sleep worrying about that. I tossed and turned all night when Sid Vicious died. The dirty, scruffy bastard. They couldn't bury him. The dustbin men were on strike at the time. There was an Irish punk rocker took a pin out of his nose. His head blew off. Johnny Rotten's just teamed up with Ronnie Barkin. In future, it's going to be good night from me and fuck off from him. That's how the world's gone now. Unbelievable. That's me shaking hands with the Queen backstage London Palladium. Welcome up, performing me, you know. He was with her, the Duke of Kent. What a harmless bastard he is. Oh, Mr. Manning laughed my bollocks off tonight. Unbelievable. Is this old fella gone? Has he gone? Are you all right? Was it cold in the ground this morning? Anyway, this fella went to this cotton mill. He said, is Fred in? He said, oh, he's just gone for cotton. He said, well, when I see him, he said, well, he'll be back on Friday. Went on Friday, he said, is Fred in? He said, you've just missed him again. He's just gone for cotton. He said, I'll see him Monday. Went down Monday. He said, Fred, he's dead. I said, when was this? He said, yesterday morning. Oh, he said, where have they buried him? He said, oh, Boston Cemetery. He said, I'll go up, pay me respects. Went up there on the grave. Fred's gone, but not for cotton. 4 Jews playing dominoes, frightened to knock in case the waiter came over. You can't stop us laughing, it's lovely. And I went to the dog's home. He said, have you got a blind dog for my mother-in-law? You don't mean a guide dog? He says, no, a blind dog. If he sees him, go for a fucking throat. He said. It's nice to see the Grumbleweeds in the club tonight anyway. Give them a nice round of applause. Very, very talented young men. Got a great future, got a great future. They appeared here many, many years ago for £125, but it was the 6 of you. I think I got fucked that week. There was only 5. Hey, I paid for 6. Anyway, it was £125 and I don't begrudge it. You can come back again any time you want. Same fucking money, though. So, this fella knocked a bloke down with his car. The copper says, "You bastard." He said he never looked left or right. He said he's no fucking need in his own kitchen. Fella walked in this pub and he was well pissed when he walked in. Drank 8 pints of bitter, looked round the room, he says, "You lot over there, a shower of bastards. You lot over there, a shower of cunts." This big Irish fella stood up and says, "I'm not a bastard." He said, "Well, get over there with a cunt." The fella dashed in, he says, "A double brandy quick." The landlord says, "You look knackered, son." He says, "Knackered, I'm entitled to be." He said, "I've got a bird in my car in the car park." He says, "A nymphomaniac. You'd never satisfy her if you was there while doomsday." "Get away," he says. "Here, pull your own, I'll go and give her one. You hang on in here. There's a bowl of soup there if you want it." He nips out and he gets on the job and he's banging away there and the copper knocked on the window. Now that's not him banging away, that's the copper knocking on the window, by the way. He was going... He hadn't got to the... bar to it. Anyway, he said, "Can I have a word with you, sir?" He said, "I was just knocking the wife off, officer." "Oh," he said, "I didn't know it was your wife, sir." He said, "You know me fucking self, you shine your torch." Las Vegas, it's frightening. They don't have prostitutes, they have what they call hookers, you see. I don't bother myself, as you know, but I got a bit full up about the Thursday. I thought, well, there's something running down my leg, I hope it's sweat. And this hooker was stood at the corner, the ugliest bastard you've ever seen in your life. She says, "Hello, honey." Honey me, like, you know. I said, "Are you taking a piss or what?" I said, "Well, you got $1?" She said, "I've got change." Didn't bother with that, though. You've been proud of me over there. $100 to pay this hooker. A girl from Tennessee. Her ass went like a fiddler's elbow, believe me. She said, "Did you take precautions?" I says, "No, I didn't." She said, "Well, I didn't. So in 9 months' time, you'll have a baby. Call it Bernard Manning." She said, "Well, in 3 days, you'll get a rash. Call it what the fucking hell you like." There's a blind fella walking through Manchester with his guide dog, and the guide dog slashed up his leg. And they give it a dog biscuit, and a fella dashed up, he said, "You know, that's the nicest thing I've ever seen in my life. He said, that dog's just pissed up your leg," he said, "and you've given it a dog biscuit." He said, "Yes, I'm just finding out where its mouth is. It's going to get a kick in the bollock." I'm going to play a little flute now, but a classical music. This is beautiful. This is from the Swan Lake Ballet, this. This is where the swan is dying, but it's a black swan, so bollocks to it anyway. Here we go. Got air in my mouth now. That's memories if you like, isn't it? Often wonder where she is. The only thing I don't like about oral sex is the view. And I never go to orgies because you never know who to thank on the way out, do you? Here we go. An arpeggio, maestro, thank you. Fingertips, no knuckles, just the fingertips. 25 years. Fucking hell, what's going on behind the bar, please? If you're thieving, thieve quietly, please. What, you got a visor in your arse in this business? That smiling bastard on the door. There's more than 38 people in here, I'm bloody sure. Jubilee year this year, the Embassy Club. 25 years they've been with me, this pianist. Give him a round of applause, Dave Green. Hell of a nice young man. And Frank Hogan. 25 years. We've grown old together, haven't we, Frank? Hey, he's still knocking that bird up from Bake-Up. Time you turned it in up there, you know. When they show this video in 100 years, they wonder who the fucking hell you was knocking up in Bake-Up. Give you an inquiry. And this dozy bastard on the drums here, he's only been here about 6 months. I don't think he'll be here another fucking 6 months, I'll tell you that. Unbelievable. Like the fucking Muppets up here, I'll tell you. Some of the shit they play, it's unbelievable. It is. It's the only bang I'll get tonight. Now this, this is a Flemish number. I do hope you like it. Jewish fellow phoned his tail. He says, "That you, Amy?" He says, "Yes, what do you want?" He said, "I'm fast asleep here, 4:30 in the morning. What game's this?" He said, "It's very important." He said, "It fucking better be and all." He said, "Fast asleep here. What do you want?" He said, "Well, I'm in bed here knocking your daughter off." He said, "I'd like to thank you. It's the only thing you've ever made for me that fits." Look at these two coming in here, right? You're not soliciting, you two, are you? Oh, you want a fucking plank on your back with that old one there. Come in, do you want to sit near the front, ladies? Come on, then. We'll look after you. She's thinking, piss off. I've got a couple of stools. Have you got 2 stools you can stick there, my love? This little old lady here. Okay. She's deaf as a post. She thinks I'm fucking singing now, He's doing his line taming act now with a stool, look. Have you got another stool? Yeah, come down here, ladies. We'll look after you. There's another one. They are. We've got 2 stools for you. We make you welcome here, love. Stick 'em in there. Fucking action replay this you're doing, I think. Hurry up, the sun's coming up. On there, darling. I bet you flattened a bit of grass in your time, you, haven't you? Put it all end to end what she's had, make handrail for the Isle of Wight. You're welcome anyway. You're nice and comfortable there. One of the waiters will dash over any moment now. Look at this dozy bastard here. You feel old age creeping up on you, it's one of the fucking waiters. Unbelievable. We had the social security in here the other week. I looked over there, there's only 2 behind the fucking bar. Hey, fucking hell. If you don't start booking your ideas up, you lot, I'm going to put you down for tax. Put him the fucking speed he's running now, hey? He's all right, Tommy, he's all right. Lovely wife. Telling you, a lovely home. That ceiling could do with decorating in the fucking bedroom. Here we go. What are you fucking laughing at? What's the matter with you? You never heard good music before? Which hand's all the treats, son? never get a chance like that again. Always smiling, this bass player. I think he's got a hole in the back of that bass. 25 years, it should be full now. Here we go. Fella walked into a pub, he says, I know your new landlord here. He said, you only moved in a fortnight ago, didn't you? He said, aye. He said, I made a few changes. He said, we've got opening night tonight, he said, big night. He said, we've got sandwiches laid on. He said, there's snooker and pool in there. He said, fitted carpet. He said, we've spent a few bob here. He said, listen, pal, don't get too bleeding busy. He said, I've come in here for 25 years. We've always had snuff on the counter here. He said, you get some snuff on that counter. That's a tip for you. Be back myself in a couple of hours, and good luck with the opening night. All the best. This landlord thought, where the bloody hell are we going to get snuff from this time of night? Oh, they got this dog shit off the pavement. Dried it into a fine powder, stuck it in this beautiful silver box. This fella come back, he said, now you're talking, he said. The lads will appreciate this, he said. He said, you've no idea, he said, what this will mean to the lads that come in here, he said. He said, I've come in here for 20-odd years, he said. He said, can you smell dog shit in here? He said, there's no dog shit in this pub. He said, my wife's never stopped cleaning for a fortnight. He said, I can fucking smell it, he said. It's getting worse and all, he said. Whew, he said, he's fucking reeking in here, he said. Fellow walked through the door, he said, can you smell dog shit in here, pal? He went, no. He said, I can fucking smell it anyway. This other fellow went up to the box, he went like that. He said, I'll tell you what, he said, that snuff clears your head, I can smell that dog shit now, he said. Fella stood in a pub with his wife, he says, you're well pissed, he said, don't have any more. She said, how do you know? He said, your face has gone all blurred. The fairy godmother said to Cinderella, if you're not in here before 12 o'clock from that ball, your fanny will turn you into a pumpkin. Well, she's dancing with this big handsome bastard there. She said, here, what's your name? He says, Prince Peter, the Pumpkin Eater. What time you got to be in? She said, 6:30. Fella 6'8" used to go out dancing. He says to his pals, I'm not coming no more. He said, I'm fucking sick of this. He said, I'll never get a partner. You're all waltzing past me. He said, I'm sat on my arse here. He said, it's no fucking good to me, this, he said. He said, I'm not coming no more. 3 weeks later, the phone rang. Get down here quick. There's a bird in here, 6'6". A dolly. She shoots down there. He's dancing with it all night. She's blowing in his ear. She said, you want to fuck? He said, well, I'm a bit embarrassed. He said, I've got a dick as big as a 5-year-old. She said, like that? He said, no, like that. He said. So, come along. Here we go. Thank you, Maestro. Billy Graham came to the London Palladium, 6-tier theatre, that. It's a bit frightening when you walk out there. He says, in the name of Jesus Christ, brothers and sisters, is there anybody here that was here last year that I cured? And the fellow right on the top shelf said, you cured me, Mr. Graham. He said, you what, brother? You cured me, Mr. Graham. He said, tell them on the top shelf what I did for you, brother. He said, last year, this man cured me, he said. I had a trapped nerve in my neck, he said, and the pain used to shoot down this night, he said. He said, it was fucking awful. He said, I never slept for a fortnight, he said. He said, this man cured me, he said. He said, brother, come on the second shelf, tell everybody on there. Come all the way down the back stairs. Well, there is some fucking stairs that played in, I tell you. And then last year, this man cured me, he said. I was suffering with piles, he said. piled, he said. Oh, fucking hell. I don't know, he said, I've never known excruciating fucking pain. He said, and it's fucking hard to say that excruciating when you've got no room to your mouth. He said, brother, come on the third shelf. Tell everybody on there, brother. He's getting fucking fed up now, like that. He said, last year, this man cured me, he said. My feet was riddled with arthritis. I could hardly walk, he said. I could just shuffle like that. And people used to say, look at this fucking penguin coming down there. Oh, I was fucking sick to the teeth. But this man cured me. He said, brother, come on the stage and tell everybody through the microphone. All the way down the stage. He said, ladies and gentlemen, he said, you've been a wonderful audience, he said to me. And last year, this man cured me, he said. But tonight, I think he's trying to make a cunt out of me. There's two queers on a train. One says, I fancy you. The other one said, I fancy you as well. He said, well, we got no Vaseline. Oh, I said, it's all right. He said, I saw that film, Last Tango in Paris. What a lovely film. We'll get some butter off the ham rolls. And half an hour later, I found him dashing out the toilet. It's just disgusting what's going on in there. I said, what's up? He said, what's up? There's two fellas in there. One's got his trousers on his handle, the other fella's blown up his arse. I said, how did I know? They put mustard on the arm, he said. Silent comedy, 16 blokes, starkest, not a stitch on, wait for the medical officer. I got an opportunity knocks, but I can't stand that two-face, get that Huey Green. Wouldn't give a door a bang, that man, you know. Telling you. He pulled a packet of cigarettes out the other week and a picture of Stanley Matthews fell on the floor. He's that tight, he only breathes in. And where he got those acts from, God only knows. I think he advertised in Warcry for that show. He had a fella on one week, 98 years of age, playing spoons. He couldn't fucking lift them, never mind playing. Won a competition to go to Japan, and the poor old bastard's still out there trying to win another one to get back home. Because the Japanese don't know what the bleeding hell he's doing. They don't use spoons in Japan. I've got a Chinese who lives next door, but one to me, he just moved in, he said, Mr. Manning, your house, same size as my house. How many rolls of wallpaper for your front room? I said, 40. Some before that later said, Mr. Manning, I got 4 rolls left over. I said, so have I. Anyway, we've got a lovely show for you tonight. We really have. We're going to have a bit of disco dancing. I'm going to have a raffle for the old folks at the back end here. Won't cost you a lot. Just buy a raffle ticket and we're going to send them on a trip to tonight. We're going to make money for them at the back end as well. We've got a lovely show. We're going to have a bit of disco dancing now while these lads get organised with what's name. Now, they're doing this in 2 nights, this video. It'll be on sale in the shops. All the warts and all. Everything. nothing will be taken out. Perhaps. You might take the blue gear out, so it'll last for about fucking 3 minutes. And I'm going to tell my mother it's no fucking good, so I won't get it chewed, because she sees this, she'll go fucking bam. How a burner, she say? How the fucking hell can you work like that? You've been a lovely audience. It's been a pleasure to entertain you, as it always is here. I'd like to leave you with some very good advice. Always remember through life that a friend in need is a fucking nuisance. And if you ever get downhearted or depressed, and we all do from time to time, don't start taking Valium and shit like that. Face life, throw your shoulders back, and remember the words of this very famous man who'd been there. It's easy enough to be pleasant when the world rolls along like a song, but a man's worthwhile if he can smile when everything's going fucking wrong. Adolf Hitler, 1945. Thank you and good night.